Well, Andy employs somebody to do his
Yes.
trays. I clean all of our trays personally.
Really?
Yes.
Dude, you're a psychopath.
But I don't do deliveries. I pay somebody to do deliveries.
I have
So
both, so I
yeah,
don't do either one.
yeah. I guess I like money more. But I do have a tray washer from Bootstrap as well. So, and I
Yeah.
do have a video on the channel on Itty Bitty Micro Farms channel here. It was a live that I did. I haven't done a full review of it yet, but it was a live showing you how I did it. One person washing trays with it, so it is faster. Does it get them 100% every tray 100% clean every single time it goes through? No, sometimes you got to send them back through, but it does wash and sanitize and all that stuff and everything else, and it is tremendously faster. I can clean all the trays that we do in our business in 1 hour. So
Nice. Now you guys had an actual dishwasher, right? Like a commercial dishwasher. Did you
we
stop
did,
using that in
and we still
favor of
have it.
this?
We still have it
Okay.
for all other stuff, not trays. So you have dishes that pile up and everything else for a
Yeah.
business doing things. So all that dishes kind of go through that dishwasher. So we make sure they're sanitized properly and everything else. That dishwasher costs us $69 a month. I'm not getting rid of it
Yeah,
for
which is
$69 a
stupid
month.
cheap.
Yeah. So yeah, we still have that, but the tray washer just is specifically for the trays, and you just run them through it. But you can also do them by hand. You get a hose and spray them down, and then scrub them, and then sanitize them. I did that in the beginning, which I have a video on here how we did that, how we wash trays, as well on here when we did it at home in the garage. We started cleaning them at first. We were outside. We had a 3-compartment sink that we got from a closed down restaurant for like $50. It was a small one, but we set it up and did it outside. We were doing the trays in the summer and the winter for like probably 14, 15 months. We did it that way outside. So yeah, that was not fun. But all that information is out there. If you guys want to find information about our business and what we did, you literally can go back to the beginning of this YouTube channel and you can watch stuff, because we want to turn one rack into real revenue. Join our free school community where we give daily wins, quick wins, starter toolkit with my planner, calculator, and threads where we answer questions daily with the other community members along with ourselves. Come and join us, grab that quick win, links in the description. Pretty much have documented almost everything.
Yeah, and I posted a video that I did a couple months ago showing our exact process on how we walk through doing our trays. So we still manually scrub everything and sanitize everything. We have a guy that pretty much comes in and does that every single week automatically. So you can check that video out. It goes through the 3-bay sink process, which you don't have to have a 3-bay sink to still accomplish the same thing. You can have just 3 basins or even 2 basins. It just really gives you an idea on how to do it efficiently. That's really the goal. You want things soaking while other things are being done, kind of thing, to where you've got the process is making sense. You're not wasting time waiting for something to soak or whatever. So if you do it right, you can actually go through the process pretty fast. And I would say, I mean, yesterday, me and one guy, because it was Saturday, I guess. Yesterday. It was me and one guy. I helped him because it was his last day. Super cool kid. And in like 2 hours, we knocked out 4 full racks worth of trays really quickly, which sounds like a lot of time, but it was a lot of freaking trays when it was all said and done. So it's not too bad. But yeah, and if you had to do it manually, that's definitely the best way from an efficiency standpoint. Is what I've got kind of documented in that video. But ideally, we would rather have some kind of pressure washing system, kind of the Bootstrap Farmer setup or whatever. But someday, maybe we'll see.
Yeah, the Bootstrap Farmer tray washer, I set it right up on our 3-compartment sink. I take a rack, an empty shelf, flip it upside down, and I set it on it. So all the water goes into that's draining will go into the 3-compartment sink. So that way you ain't got to mess with figuring out a hose to connect to that and run it to something and all that stuff. So that helps out tremendously as well too. So yeah, it's a pretty decent setup. So.
And I know Joe Naaman Sessions, who's N-bar-S, letter N-bar-S, Microgreens on YouTube. He's got a really good homemade version that he did with a kind of a floor cleaning pressure washer. It's not as good as the Bootstrap Farmer one, but if you don't have $3 or $4 grand or whatever that thing costs, you can just build one of these for probably a couple $100. It would be somewhat effective, not nearly as good, but because I think it only shoots water down one side versus both sides, so it's going to take more time. But if you're one of those people that just doesn't feel like scrubbing, that's certainly a potential option that you can take on as well. So
there's a guy in Missouri that's selling one too. They shut down his business year and a half ago, still trying to sell his stuff. So, but
Oh
he's on
wow.
Facebook groups.
Jeez.
You can check him out, everything else. But yeah, he had one that he did too with that. And I think it was a double, but I could be wrong. I don't
Yeah.
remember. But yeah, there's ways of doing it out there. You can look things up on the internet and go to Joe's channel, check that thing out because that was a pretty decent one. So check that out. We have one from when we were at home. And I did this kind of the same thing Andy did probably back then. I had a 2 basin sink, and then I had a tub, big thing you get at
Yeah, for
farm at home, the
sanitizing.
black thing, where it was all sanitized, and I would just throw trays in that after cleaning them, and let them sit there and sanitize, and then you can throw a whole bunch of trays in there, and then go get them and take them out and everything else. But
Yeah.
yeah, the Bootstrap thing with the pressure washer is like 10 grand. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
not
it's
an
not
expense
cheap.
for most people in the beginning. So
Yeah. But it'll save you hours and hours and hours of time. And a
the
lot
whole
of manual labor, like your shoulders won't hurt.
yes, hunching over the sink the whole time.
Yep. Getting soaking wet.
Yes, you're gonna get wet with the Bootstrap thing, but you're gonna be there for an hour versus
Yeah.
hours.